Good morning guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I am currently here on Miracle Mountain and you are watching this on Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas. I hope you all have a fabulous Christmas, gathered round with family and friends, eating good food. I can't wait to have my Christmas dinner. It's going to be amazing. It's a little bit drizzly and cloudy here at Miracle Mountain, but we got a ton of stuff to be getting on with.
We're the Indie Projects, Bee and Theo. In 2017, we bought an abandoned property in Central Portugal and spent the last few years turning it into a fully fledged homestead, converting an old stone barn into a cosy tiny home. Working non-stop and overcoming many obstacles, it turned out better than we ever could have imagined. As one chapter closes, another one begins. Our dreams of living even more remotely in a fairy tale forest with space for animals to roam and our passions to grow became a reality. Before we have even moved there, it was devastated by a huge wildfire, drastically altering the landscape. Immense flash floods followed as the land couldn't hold onto the water. Follow us as we carve out our new life on Miracle Mountain.
So the first thing I need to do is hook up this trailer to the car so I can move it into a better position so that we can try and load this tank onto the UTV.
Not try, we will.
Well, we have to. So it's me and Bee. We're gonna wrestle the tank on. I'm just gonna hook up the trailer. I do have an ear infection and feel slightly dizzy today, so this could be interesting.
The water's coming out of the tank, but it's collected. Good to know it works.
We've been having so much rain lately. I did think maybe this tank was going to be completely full. It's been raining that hard. It can take 3,000 litres and the trailer can take 2,700, so it would have been close.
You haven't said why it would be full. We didn't put the lid back on when we drove it here.
True, yeah, the lid is still in the car, I think.
No, it's in the house.
Okay, at least Bee knows where the lid is.
But it's massive, so that's why we thought it could be full.
Fresh rainwater. And we've got a little pool going on.
I think now we'll do, and then the plan is to bring the UTV round and try and load it onto the back. Although we are pushing uphill there.
Maybe we should. How could we do this?
That's alright, let's give it a go. And also we're on a hill, so it's draining all of the water out of the tank because we don't want any extra weight, because we had a forklift at the place when we delivered this and it took 3 of us to push it on, so could be interesting.
Heavier than you thought it was.
Even the pipes are heavy.
Maybe just roll it.
A lot of people were shocked in the comments that this is 100 metres of pipe. I know it doesn't look like it, but apparently it is, unless they've ripped me off.
It's a huge size.
I'll put it over here.
The water's still coming out.
I can hear it sloshing.
Sliding it's not too bad, it's the lifting on the back of the UTV, but I'm hoping because it's higher on the trailer it'll be less to lift.
Is this weird? Could we use one of these fences as like
actually,
a
yeah, that's a good
onto the
idea.
UTV?
This is why I keep you around. pretty much there. You ready?
What are you gonna? I don't understand what you're doing.
So we're pushing this as far up here as we can, and then we've literally got half a foot to a foot just to wedge it up, and then I can push it on.
Okay,
That's the plan.
let's see.
There's still a fair bit of water in here though.
Is there? Oh, I can hear it sloshing.
Yeah, it's coming out now, look at that. That'll make life easier.
That's impressive that that much water got in just through the top bit there.
I mean, it rained a lot.
It has rained non-stop.
The lake's pretty much filling up without me adding any water in, just from rainwater. The lake is spring fed from a spring on the side of the mountain that's currently shut off while I'm doing maintenance. So it just shows, once I get that spring going into that lake, I will stick to my word and dive in as soon as it's full. No matter whether it's iced over, anything, I'm going in. You got it, yeah. Sure. Right, you hold it there.
Okay.
I'm just going to push up as hard as I can. And you push up at the same time.
Okay.
3, 2.
Oh, it's there.
It's on. It's overhanging slightly, but not much actually. Only by a couple of feet. So I shouldn't do a wheelie as I go up the hill. Right, if you go around the other side and take this with you. Ain't going nowhere.
Well,
and if I say them
going up
words,
the hill.
no, it's always if you say it's not going nowhere, it ain't going nowhere. Right, let's give it a go.
We're really putting the UTV through its paces here. It's slippery leaves, incredibly wet ground, and it's doing amazingly, especially with that huge tank on the back. So this is brilliant and makes life a lot easier, because carrying that up here would have been horrific.
I never had any doubt in the beast. It just climbs anything. It's ridiculous. Even with this weight and overhang and me in it, it just climbs. This thing could just climb literally anything. It's amazing. I'm so happy that we purchased this, because without it, we'd be in trouble. So the hard part about getting it off was the bottom. You can see there's a fitting right at the bottom, and we didn't want to damage that, so we pulled it, let the back drop down where there's no fixings. These tanks are super solid, they could take a lot of beating, and now we just have to get it down the steepest hill I've ever seen. If it ever snows here, this is where I'm coming sledging.
Hang on.
Yeah, towards there. There's a green tarp. We need to get to the green tarp. One more.
Ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
3,
Oh.
2, 1, go. And one more. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Do you want your very own website but don't know where to start? Why not try out Squarespace and see for yourself how simple it is to create your very own professional looking website in no time. Designed with the user in mind, Squarespace has an easy and uncomplicated interface so you can bring your ideas to life. Browse through their templates to see which one works for you and the web page you have in mind. You can preview each template to see how it looks in real time, and it's no hassle to switch up the template at any point. We've changed our website template a couple of times over the years and it's been a breeze. The templates are customizable. Add and remove any features you want whilst altering the colour, font, layout and more. Squarespace gives you the option to buy your own domain directly through them, where you can search through various options and buy multiple domains if you wish. Handy features such as their free logo maker, newsletter and even a commerce section ensures you can have the website you want. We love having everything to do with our website in one place rather than having numerous third-party applications that all have to tie in together. Squarespace has wrapped it all up in one. So what you're waiting for? Click the link in our description or head to squarespace.com/indieprojects for a 14-day free trial and 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain.
Shall I put this down? Do you need a hand lifting it up?
I will.
Oh damn it, I was hoping you'd say no. Where are you going? I thought we were lifting it up. Problem is it going to slide backwards?
No.
No? Famous last words?
That ain't going nowhere.
Okay, okay.
The sun is trying really hard to come out. Even that tiny little bit of warmth in the just periods of rain we've had. It's been absolutely crazy.
Didn't you say we've had 100?
Some municipalities in Portugal have had more rain this winter so far than the whole entire year. And that just shows it's not normally like this. It's absolutely wild. There's all sorts of places flooded, Lisbon.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just
mad in Lisbon. So more rainfall, didn't you say, in the last 100 days than they usually get in the whole year?
yeah, that's wild, isn't it?
Do you need a hand? Oh, okay. You can just roll that. You don't need me. I'll just film.
But if I
When you get in,
hold it,
you could get in and just roll down. Go on, yeah, go on. Do it for the video.
maybe not. Just as I did that, the sun burst through. It's a sign.
Sign that you should do it. It's hard to portray on camera how steep this hill is. It's steep. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Why can't everything be that easy? Oh, shall I get the lid?
I mean, it was easy for you.
Shall I get the lid?
Yeah, get the lid.
Can you have a look inside? I swear I could hear something rattling in there.
Oh, it's a tiny twig.
Oh, a twig. Right.
You can go in and get that
Yeah,
out.
of course. Hang on, we didn't bring the lid? It's not. It's not there. Oh no.
Thank you. So Bee's just informed me that the lid isn't in the back of the UTV. So it must have fallen out along the road because obviously it's so steep. I don't know how that happened. But
Are you
I didn't.
sure you put it in there?
I'm positive I put it in there. So hopefully it hasn't turned on its side and rolled and we can just never find it. So we need to go and find that. But before we do that, you can see that's the new one. I need to pick up some more valves and some right angle pieces to to connect all this. So I'm going to walk to the top now and figure out exactly what I need, because a lot of these can't be reused. You can see in the fire that's just completely melted, that's unusable. So I think if we start fresh, it's the best way to go, and they're going to last so long. I'm absolutely loving this area at the moment. There's loads of little fairy pools running all the way up the mountain. And listen to that sound. This one's nearly deep enough for a dip. If I dam that up a little bit, could do some cold baths.
Oh my gosh, quicksand.
Well, it's silt, isn't it, that's washed down from the mountain, so it's really soft.
I'm scared.
Let's see if you sink.
I don't want to sink. These are dry.
Just go for the stone.
I think you think my strong. That stone. You take this. That stone will flap off the moment I tread on it, won't it?
Good luck.
That's not gonna. I didn't think it would hold.
Look at this.
This is wild to see. Wow, this is so beautiful. I can't actually believe how beautiful it is.
Stunning.
And look at all the quartz. That's massive piece of quartz. Look at that.
That is cool.
Beautiful. Real fairy forest. Magical mountain. I feel like we're in the Narrows in Zion.
I know.
Is this just a root? Look at this root. And another piece of quartz. Can't get over the quartz. Oh man.
Right, pass me the...
Did you want the camera on my hand?
I was taking the camera back. God.
Light as a feather, aren't I?
Need to get the chainsaw up here. So what happens is, obviously you have a fire and then you have heavy rains and it just completely destroys the root of the tree. So if you come down here you can see an uprooted tree. This one here needs to come down. It's absolutely beautiful.
Ivy on it?
All this ivy, it's just stunning, but that needs to come down. That'll be on our log burner next year. And then over here.
Oh wow, look at that. Fallen and burnt.
So I've got a good amount of chainsawing to do, and this is what I was actually coming up here to look at.
Right.
So this is
Does
the
that connect to that pipe up there?
Yeah, this is the very start.
Right.
So about 50 feet further up the mountain is the start of our spring, and you can see this has probably had better days, but it's been ripped off in the flooding. So it managed to survive the fire, but when we had the flood it got ripped off and pushed down 50 feet downstream. So I need to buy a new one of these, and I could just...
You can take it off?
I might be able to. Probably
I don't
not.
think so. Do you want to take a picture?
Yeah,
of
I'll
it?
take a photo of it and we can get a new one of these.
Here we go.
But let's go up to the top.
Does it say the size anywhere?
Yeah.
There we go.
PN25, but where's the thread size will be on there? 50 by 1.5.
Yeah.
So that's gone there, and then that will thread on. If I pull this back up.
Oh, you cut it off, didn't you?
No, this melted.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
And then you cut the melted bit off?
Look at the side. No, that would have had a join.
Oh yeah, I can see
completely
here it's
ripped
all
off.
totally soft. Are we going to replace this whole bit of pipe then?
Yeah, that's what
that. As I'm asking the questions, I realise the answers.
I could possibly use like
Would rather
small
not.
sections of this pipe.
Then
but
you'd have to join it, and then you have
Yeah.
to buy joiners, and then it's just
It's
you
not
might as well
worth
replace
doing.
the whole thing. You don't want to use melted plastic for drinking water. Sketch. Down to the bedrock here. Wow. This is extreme.
I still can't believe this is ours.
I know, it's ridiculous. Right, I get it. That connects onto there. Okay.
Can't believe that goes onto there, look.
Hang on. Let me join you.
So it makes sense that this goes onto here and it's just been ripped off,
That makes sense.
which is crazy because it's threaded. So hopefully
What do you think the one below it's for?
it's okay and it's not. Just having a look at it.
Do you want me to hold that?
Let's just have a look. Whether I buy a new one of these. It looks okay, but it's just concerning that obviously it would have ripped a thread off in the flood. Whether that's going to make a nice seal.
It doesn't, the thread does not look, no, the thread is damp.
Yeah,
Ah! Oh! The stinging nettles have just gone straight on my neck.
On your neck.
On my neck, oh!
Okay, we're going to need a new one of these as well.
Brutal.
So we can take that off. Get a new one of them. And basically what happens, I've explained it before, but we've got a hatch in here. And there's a filter the other side of that pipe. So all of the water is completely filtered before it even goes into the tank. And then we have a secondary filter at the house. So yeah.
The infrastructure of this place was designed amazingly.
It blows my mind what they did with this place, and it's up to us to make it better.
Oh! We should check the trail cams.
That's a good idea.
Make it down in one piece, yeah. I've just spotted a strawberry tree. I can't remember the scientific name, but they're called strawberry trees. This is the fruit, and you can make a liqueur out of them. Very nice. Very cold.
I've just picked up the camera that's closest by, and they're just super basic trail cams, so we can leave them out. So they don't have a screen or any way to see whether you've actually captured anything. So we need to plug it into a computer, and that's the exciting part. I'm pretty sure we will have picked up something because I know that there's so many wild animals on this property.
Before the fire there was tons.
And we need to find the lid.
Oh gosh, I forgot about that. There it is.
What are the chances it fell out on the steepest section? So I'm just going through the clips and it's good news. On the first camera, I picked up 2 things, and the second camera, I picked up 2 things. The second camera was not in a great position, and whatever it was, it looked like a mongoose to me. It moved super quick, had a fairly bushy tail, and was just long and thin like a mongoose. So I'm calling that a mongoose. The first thing we got on this camera though is a common genet, and genets are beautiful. They're really cool creatures. They're really spotty. I'll put on screen the clip that we got now, but it's quite curious. They don't really come out in the day. They're nocturnal and they eat lots of fruit as well. And the second thing we saw on the camera was, it looks like a very healthy, plump looking fox, like a young fox that looks like it's been eating nicely for sure. So maybe it's had far too many Christmas dinners. But yeah, it's really like not sure about the camera, and then it just disappears. So that was just left out for the first night, and we've already caught something. So I'm excited to see what we find throughout the property. I'm going to put them around some different areas and see what we can capture. So we are now on our way to Castelo Branco to pick up some wood. It's been a super productive morning, and hopefully we can get some more jobs done in Castelo. The trailer wins again. We've just picked all of the wood up from the wood yard. We're trying out a new wood yard at the moment because we need wood now. We can't wait 3 months. We can't wait at all. We need to get going, and this is all the wood for the mezzanine in the garage. I'm very excited to erect it. It's going to be great. It's going to provide so much more space for storage up above, but also create a nice cozy environment underneath. And I've just come here to Regicentro because I need to pick up some pipe fittings so I can get the water connected. So I've just arrived at Miracle Mountain, got a trailer full of wood, and we're just going to put it in the garage because it's probably going to rain tonight. So keep it nice and dry, ready for construction. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's a long day, but a successful day. We got all the wood stored nicely in the dry, in the garage. We've got the water tank up, and that's it. To be honest, I'm gonna have dinner, probably go to bed and do it all again tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow.